Good morning, children. I hope you all are fine and healthy. So, again, after exam, we are going to start our class. Before exam, uh, I was explaining Geography Chapter 9, Natural Vegetation and Wildlife. About this chapter, I explained about the meaning of natural vegetation and wildlife and their categories: forest, grassland, and scrubland and tundra. I explained their meanings and different types of forest also I explained, like tropical evergreen forest and tropical deciduous forest, Mediterranean forest, temperate evergreen forest, temperate deciduous forest, taiga forest. I explained about their features, animal life and vegetation. And today I am going to start uh, tidal forest. So tidal forests are also known as mangrove forest. Tidal forests are also known as mangrove forest, and these forests are found in coastal areas. These forests are found along the coast. What is the meaning of coast? The meaning of coast is where land and sea meet. So India has a long coastline. So in India, these mangrove forests are found along the Ganga Delta. Delta means before uh, falling into the sea, the rivers make the rivers distributed into streams or branches and make a triangular area. That area is called delta, and these they are known as Sundarbans. These deltas are known as Sundarbans. Now these forests are found in the coast of Japan, China, Sri Lanka, North America, South America, and Australia, and some parts of India also. So, these forests are found in uh, India along the Ganga Delta, and this is known as the and they are known as the Sundarbans. And other parts of the world also found in the coast of Japan, China, Sri Lanka, North America, South America, Australia. Okay, so where these in these parts of world the mangrove forests are found. So clear the main features. The main features of these forests are these forests are uh, abundant. Abundant means plenty of in the intertidal zone near delta. So these forests are found near the delta region, and these forests can survive. Survive means they can live. They can uh, stay there. They can survive in both fresh and salty water. Fresh water means uh, river water, and salty water means sea water. The sea water is always salty. So they can survive in both type of water, fresh water as well as in the salty water. And these forests adopt the brackish water by the shading their leaving to get rid of excessive salt. And this type of forest adopt the brackish water. है ना? They shade their leaves to get rid of the excessive salt, because they can survive. These mangrove forest survive in fresh water as well as in the salty water. To when they survive in the salty water, so they can get rid by shading their leaves of this excessive means too much quantity of the salt. Mangrove trees develop stilt like stilt. Stilt means like a log. like aerial roots. Aerial roots means the roots, already you know the roots. But in the mangrove forest, mangrove trees, the roots develop still, means like a hanging roots which hold the trunk and the leaves above the water line. And some trees have roots that help them to breathe. So these aerial roots give support to the trunks and leaves and help them to breathe. Mangrove forests make excellent fishing ground. Mangrove forests are very excellent or very good for fishing grounds. They protect the coastline and prevent erosion by trapping sediments. They protect the coastline also, because from the coastline the enemies can easily enter in the country. So they protect the coastline and prevent erosion by the trapping sediments during the rainy season when the flood comes. So they prevent soil erosion. And these forests help prevent disaster when the cyclone or tsunami strike by the bearing the shock of the waves. So when these mangrove forests also prevent disaster when the cyclone or tsunami strike the or tsunami comes during the uh, changes of surface of the earth. So they protect that area. Now grassland. Grassland is the third. Grassland is the second. First one is the forest. Second one is the grassland. Grassland means it is a clear. Meaning is clear. Grassland, the land which is covered with grass. The land or area which is covered with grass. That land is called grassland. And the tropical grassland are found between 10 to 20 degree latitude. Between 10 to 20 degree latitude in the both side of the equator, means in the northern hemisphere as well as in the southern hemisphere. In the northern hemisphere between 10 to 20 degree latitudes, and in the southern hemisphere also 10 to 20 degree latitude. And these tropical grassland are also referred as savanna grassland. These grassland are also called the savannas. The tropical grasslands are dominant in North Africa. These tropical grasslands are found in the northern Africa, and they are also found in Brazilian plateau and the northern Australia. And these grasslands include the islands of Colombia and Venezuela. So these grasslands also found in Llanos of Colombia and Venezuela. And in India, these grasslands are also found. In India, these grasslands also found in Deccan Plateau and in the Tarai at the base of Himalayas. Tarai means foothills. The lower part of the Himalaya is called Tarai, or foothills of the Himalaya is called Tarai. So these grasslands are found in Deccan Plateau and in the Tarai of the Himalayas. Now the main features of these grasslands are the trees. The grasses are dry, stiff and hard. Stiff means dry, hard and stiff, which we cannot bend easily. They grow very long. The grasses are very long and their length up to 3 to 5 meter. This is the growth. The grasses can grow up to 3 to 5 meter. And the annual rainfall of this region is about 25 to 75 centimeter, and the temperature is below 20 degree Celsius even in winter. So the annual rainfall in this region is 25 to 75 centimeter, and the temperature is hot, and but it does not fall below 20 degree Celsius even in the winter. And these grasslands enable means to give, enables the animals to camouflage themselves. Camouflage means to adopt themselves or to hide themselves in this grassland. And it is easy to move. It is very easy to move through grassland because abundant open space with a few trees scattered here and there. In this grassland, very few trees are found. Very few. Scattered means here and there. So, it is very easy to move in this grassland from here to there because of abundant open space. And the trees are very few. Easily we can find out the trees. Now, animal life. The grassland of the world support large herbivorous. Herbivorous means the plant which eat grasses or the leaves. So, in this grassland, only herbivorous animals are found like giraffe, zebras, deer, antelopes, elephants, buffaloes, warthogs, rhinos, lions, leopards, and wolves. So, in this grassland, these animals are found, and all these animals are herbivorous. Herbivorous means the animals which eat grass, green grass. So, which animals are found in that tidal forest? Giraffes, zebras, deer, antelopes, elephants, buffaloes, warthogs, lions, leopards, and wolves. So, these animals are found in tidal forest. Found in these grasslands. Now, the next is temperate grassland. Temperate grassland. First one was the tropical grassland, and the next one is the temperate grasslands. So, these temperate grasslands are found between 40 to 50 degree latitude in the northern and the southern hemisphere. The tropical grasslands found between 10 to 20 degree latitude in the both side of the equator, means in the northern hemisphere and in the southern hemisphere. And these temperate grasslands are found in the both side of the equator between 40 to 50 degree latitude in the northern hemisphere and in the southern hemisphere. And these types of grasslands are found in Central Eurasia, North and South America, and South Australia. And this type of grasslands are found in India also. In these grasslands are found in high mountainous fields of the Himalaya. So this temperate grassland also found in India in the mountain fields of the Himalaya. And these grasslands have the different names in the different continent. So these grasslands or the temperate grasslands are known as by the different names of the different continent or different places, like steppes in Eurasia. Means in Eurasia, these temperate grasslands are known as steppes, and foothills of the Rockies. Rockies is in North America. So this grassland is known as the prairies, and pampas in Argentina and Uruguay of South America. and the veld in South Africa and dons in Australia. So the temperate grasslands can have the temperate grasslands are known by the different names like Eurasia, steppes, and prairies in the foothills of the Rockies. Prairies found in the North America, pampas in Argentina and Uruguay in South America, veld in South Africa and don in Australia. Now the main features. You can see the grassland, prairie grassland. Only grass we can see. Now the features. The main features of this temperate grasslands, the grasses are very short but rich in nutrients, means this is very nutrients for the animals, for the cattle or the rearing animals. And these grassland, because these grasses are very nutritious, so it is an excellent food for the cattle. And the cattle and sheep rearing is the main occupation because it is the grassland. Most of the area is covered by the grass. So here the main occupation is cattle and sheep rearing, and which is helpful for the dairy industries. Dairy means uh, where the cattle are kept for milk and the milk product. And here the extensive cultivation is practiced in some region where the farmers grow wheat and corn. So where there is, because there is an open space, so the farmers can engaged in the extensive cultivation, means they produced extra wheat and corn, then they can export to other countries. So because of these grassland, the farmers engaged in extensive cultivation. Now animal life. Which type of animal are found in temperate grassland? Buffaloes, bison, antelopes, zebras, hyenas, snake, and other animals also found. But main animals, buffaloes, bison, antelopes, zebras, and hyenas and snakes. These animals are found in temperate grassland. Now I am explaining about the scrubland. Scrubland means some thorny forest are also found in the different parts of the world. Tropical thorns forest and scrub have sparse thorny vegetation. Sparse means found where the thorns are found in the trees, and they are found in the desert. This type of forest are found in desert area. In India, it is also found in the northern part of the country, namely the Thar desert in Rajasthan. So this scrubland or the thorn forest are found in India, in the Thar desert in Rajasthan, and this desert extends into Pakistan. Some part of this Thar desert is in India and some part also is in Pakistan. Now what are the main features? The main features of this forest are, so in this forest, this type of forest are found where the rainfall is very low and vegetal cover is very low. Here means here and there we can find the vegetation. Vegetal cover means very less vegetation we can found. And the trees here are stunted, means the trees are very rarely we can see the trees, but the trees are having the thorns and stems are very hard. And the leaves are waxy. Waxy means चिकनी, जिसको हम चिकनी बोलते हैं. Shiny and thorny. जो लीव्स होती है वो वैक्सी मीन्स चिकनी चिकनी होती है, शाइनी एंड थोनी, एंड दिस फीचर्स हेल्प प्रिवेंट मॉइस्चर loss because during the summer season already in the desert the climate the weather is very hot, so through the leaves the moisture can lost. So these leaves are because of the waxy, shiny and thorny leaves, the moisture prevented to loss. And these trees have tapering long radial roots that go deep into the ground in search of water. And the main features of these trees having the tapering means the main root is very long, and the other uh, branches of the root is grows in the radial shape, means all around this tap root, and they go deep into the ground in search of water. जो टैप रूट होती हैं बहुत नीचे तक जाती हैं और नीचे से पानी लेती हैं. The main trees are date palm, acacia and the cactus. So these trees are found in the tropical thorn forest. Now, which type of animals are found? Camels, vulture, moles, parakeets, pigeon, hedgehog, lizard and snake. So, this type of animals are found in this region. The next one is tundra. Tundra is found in this type of vegetation is found in cold desert region, and here the tundra is a treeless plain, means there very oftenly we can see the trees, and this type of vegetation is found in Arctic region where the subsoil is permanently frozen. Here means in the polar region, Arctic region, where the subsoil, where the soil is covered permanently covered with ice, and this vegetation is found in Arctic belt and the high reaches of the mountain, means where high mountain, where the mountain is covered with ice and snow, and this type of vegetation are found in the cold desert or cold region. And the animals which are found here having the thick fur and skin to adopt or to protect them from the severely cold condition or cold climate. So the animals which are found here have thick fur, मतलब उनकी जो फर होती है बहुत मोटा होता है, एंड स्किन, और स्किन मोटी होती है और उसके ऊपर क्या होते हैं, रोए फर होते हैं, विच हेल्प टू अडॉप्ट from the severely cold climate. Now, what are the main features? The main features of this forest are precipitation occurs only in the form of snowfall. In this region, precipitation means precipitation form of rainfall occurs only in the form of snowfall, and most of the land is covered with ice sheet and the continental glacier, and there is hardly any vegetation we can found. Some vegetation are mosses, lichen and some shrubs can be seen there. Animal life, the animal reindeer, musk oxen, yaks, polar bear, walrus and Arctic owls, snow leopards and snow foxes. So these animals are found in tundra vegetation. Now, the ever increasing population has increased and the demand for resources drastically. over the exploitation of the land for the cultivation has led to large scale of deforestation because of the population growing in the large number. So the people uh, deforested the forest, and this has resulted in the extinction of many species of flora and fauna because the people are uh, cutting down the trees for their personal use. So it affect the flora and fauna. So it is our duty to protect our forest, and we can protect the atmosphere also, which we need to prevent further warming up of the earth, because from the deforestation the global warming increased. And it also our duty to protect endangered species. Some species means some of the animals are going to extinct, means are going to disappear. So it is our duty to protect these endangered species. Now here is given the glossary. Shrubs, low woody perennial plants. Scrub are stunted trees or shrubs. Selva, equatorial forest or rainforest. Evergreen, trees leaves that remains green throughout the year. Deciduous, shedding all the leaves during a particular season. Mangroves, a kind of coastal tree that can survive in intertidal zones. Taiga, boreal forest. Savanna, a tropical grassland. Tundra, a treeless frozen plain in the polar region or high in the mountain. So your homework, you have to learn this glossary and listen the video properly. Thank you.